I have something different, which is around Xero, rolling out one of its biggest automation moves, JAX, automatic bank reconciliations. JAX starts with simple one-to-one matches, but it learns your historic patterns over time, blending the rules and pattern recognition and prediction based on all Xero users. But crucially, Xero's keeping accountants in control. Even when you opt in, you still see every transaction, and Xero surfaces exactly how each one was matched with rule, memory, match, prediction in a new method column. And the remove and redo button means you can instantly unwind anything you don't like. So the pitch is fairly simple. Spend less time ticking boxes and more time analyzing the exceptions. It's limited to Xero growing plans and above, and the rollout is opt-in for now, which is smart because accountants hate being forcibly upgraded into AI, and you can really take the time to see what it's like. So what's interesting is JAX signals that Xero is edging closer to what newer entrants like Digits or Ramp have been doing, which is intelligent continuous reconciliations that shrink month-end work. But Xero's version sits safely inside a familiar workflow rather than replacing it. And for many practices, I think that's a bit gentler on the on-ramp to automation, given that this is something that they are already in the habit of using and they know. Thoughts, John? Penny for your thoughts.
Again, this is another neat little feature, and this is exactly, for me, what JAX should be doing as a product. This should be about automating the process of doing work in Xero, not the gimmicky stuff that we've seen, which is about asking it to give you a report or an update on the general ledger, which is quicker to do clicking in the product than asking using words. I guess a huge area where this would be like really interesting to see if it's effective would be for e-commerce businesses, because they're typically high volume, low value type transactions, very repeatable, or even subscription businesses where you've got the same kind of numbers appearing very regularly and quite often linked to other systems. And I've used, and I know that other accountants have used, RPA powered bots to be able to do this high volume reconciliation in the same way that JAX is trying to do this. So for me, this is like massively appealing if it's going to work in that kind of scenario. I've seen it in Xero already, and I've been asked if I want to switch this on. It's not clear what the kind of the limits are in terms of how good a match it has to be before it will automatically reconcile it.
How do you think this is going to impact some of the other products that are in the space?
I guess for now, at least, I don't see too much of a competitive challenge for those ecosystem products. Again, I'm a DEX user typically, so I'm most familiar with that. And DEX has already had some functionality in there to auto match invoices to payments that it can see in the reconciliations. And the way that works is it pushes it into the bank feed and gives you the OK box. And so you could see that this would, with JAX layered over the top, would make this process even more automatic, because what you're doing in DEX is saying, oh yeah, that matches, but then you have to hand it off to Xero and then go in and click OK. So if you're removing one of those like small steps, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that could make a big difference. But for me, I think it feels safe, if you like, for the ecosystem products. And potentially, if you look at what JAX might be able to do if it's connected to other products using maybe MCP servers or something similar, you could maybe see that starting to get even smarter, because it can dive into the data behind the transactions. Because again, quite often, what happens if you're using, say, like an aggregator or an e-commerce product is you're getting only some of the like data or metadata behind a transaction, and actually there's a whole host of more held in the main system of record, whether it's Stripe or Amazon or whatever, which helps with that reconciliation process if you need it.